how do you actually make that schedule change? You come to the SIS or the Aspire logon page. You've been using Aspire and SIS for years. You know how to get here. Get to the login page and log in. Right here, so we have our test student. It's called Wasatch Student. Your name will be up here, but yours will look almost identical to this, right? The first thing that comes up is your schedule. You can see your schedule for next year. It's right here. As we glance at this student's schedule here, I notice a few things. Here's their black day schedule. Here's their gold day schedule. So gold 1, math, gold 3, where's gold 2? Oh, it's up here. Gold 2 is an advisory class, right? Gold 4, gold 5. If I look closely, I notice there's no B1. This student's schedule didn't schedule completely correctly. There's no B1. Most of you won't have this issue, but you might. Now, after you glance at your schedule, it gives you your classes, gives you your teachers over here. If you find over to the right-hand side your scheduling tab, and you might have to scroll up or down a little bit to find it, find the scheduling tab. We're going to get a different view of the schedule, and this is where you can actually make changes. On this view of the schedule, the fact that this student is missing their black one is a little more obvious. So as you look at the view of your schedule, this is all of the classes you have for the whole year. On the left-hand side of the screen are your semester 1 classes. On the right-hand side of the screen are the semester 2 classes. As we glance at this, you see there's a hole, black 1, there's pretty clearly a hole. This student is going to have to fix that. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Advisory is a class that goes all year long, but every other class is only a semester long. English 9, first semester, you'll see an A. Any class that has an A will also have a B. This student has English 9B, which is second semester. Literacy 2A, somewhere, since there's an A, there should be a B. Oh, it's up here. Literacy 2B. All right, so any class that has an A has a B. If there's no A or B, Art Foundations, there's no way, it's just a semester-long class. So first semester they have Art Foundations, and then they have some other class, second half of the year, possibly Health. Okay, so that's how you read your schedule pretty easy. Every freshman must have a full schedule. That means B1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, first and second semester must be filled in. G1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, first and second semester must be filled in. Back to that hole. We've got to fix that. So one other thing before I show you how to actually change a class. Notice how some of the classes have a red X next to them. Any class that has a red X next to it, you have the ability to make a change to that class if you want to. Most of them you won't even want to or need to, but you have the ability to do so. Notice advisory. There's no red X. You can't change that class. This student is in a literacy class. Literacy 2, A and B, there's no red X. This student cannot change the literacy class. Any class without an X, you can't change. All right, so that's just kind of the background of what you're looking at before we start changing. Now to actually make a change, we come down here. We have a search bar that helps us find specific classes we're looking for. There's 2 tabs here. All, when I click that and my search bar is empty, it will show me all of the classes that are available for freshmen every single period. If I put in some search criteria, it'll show me all of the classes that meet that criteria. So if I put in the word, not even the full word English, ENGL, every class that pertains to English, and if I spell out the whole word, those are all the 9th grade possible English classes. If I click on requested and my search bar is clear, these are all the classes that this student requested. Now, look at that schedule real quick. Come down to the requested classes. Notice something with me. There's a Guitar 1 class that this student requested that isn't in the schedule. That's why there's a hole. This student didn't get their guitar class. So let's investigate this a little closer. Let's see why maybe they didn't get their guitar class. If I click on that guitar class, it's going to give me some specifics about it. It shows me the class period, G4, shows me the teacher's name, Mr. Riska. It shows me that it's a semester 1 class, and it shows me that there are 0 seats available. So there's 2 possible reasons that this student didn't get their guitar class. G4, this student has a fitness class. Maybe the computer couldn't figure out how to schedule that computer class because it's only available one period. Or maybe the student didn't get it because the class is full. Once a class is full, it's full, and there's nothing we can do about it, right? This student can't get into guitar because it's full. Now, if it wasn't full, there's a chance, G4, that maybe they could move that fitness class to another spot and get the guitar class in, but we know it's full, so this student can't have guitar. So how does this student now find an appropriate class for B1? If there's a class they really, really, really know they want, they can type that. We come back, get out of the requested, come back to all classes. Let's say that student really feels like maybe they want to be in an art foundations class. So we type in art. Let's type in a little bit more of that name. And you can search through the whole list if you want, if you don't even know it's available. Art Foundations, if I click on it, and remember, I'm looking for a B1, Black 1, Semester 1 class. There's a Black 1. Oh, look at that. There is a Black 1, Semester 1, and a Black 1, Semester 2 class for Art Foundations. This student's in luck. I want Art Foundations, Black 1, Semester 1, with 3 seats available. I can have the Art Foundations class I want. They would just click on that class and they'd get it. That was maybe a poor example because this student already has Art Foundations, but it still serves the purposes to see how you would find a class. Let's pretend like this student has no idea what they want. They just want to see what's available in Black 1. If they click on B1, I come down here are all the classes that are available Black 1. First semester and second semester. So I'm just going to scroll through it. The students, oh, there's math. I already have my math classes. I've got my PE class. Woods. Wait, Woods sounds super interesting to me. Let me click on it. There is a Woods class, semester 1, and a Woods class, semester 2. They both have room available. I'm going to sign up for Woods. I click on the class I want after I've found it. And because there was a hole in my schedule, it just automatically put it in. This student could be done. All right? It's that simple. It's that easy. Now, it could be a little more complicated. Let's show you what happens if you want to move a class around. That gets a little more complicated. Okay? So this student is saying to themselves, let me think. I know I'm pretty sharp first thing in the morning, and as the day goes on, I lose focus a little bit. I would really love to have an English class first period instead of third period. Is that a possibility? Well, we can come down to this search bar. We clear it. We can type in English 9, and let's see what comes up. English 9A, so that's first semester. Look at that, Black 1. There is Mrs. Wall, oh look, and Mr. Glick both have a semester 1, Black 1, English 9 class available first semester. I'm going to try it out. I want to have that class. So I click on Mr. Glick's, and it shows me right here. English is going to replace Woods. Oh, well, maybe I can give up Woods, or maybe I can fit Woods in somewhere else. But English 9 is a priority to me. I click repeat. Don't click this unless you're ready, but I want to replace that class. Woods just got replaced by English 9 with Mr. Glick. Now, I haven't done anything with my English 9 for Mrs. Wall. I don't want 2 English classes for semester, so I can either find a new elective there. I can even see if there's a Woods available because I loved that idea of Woods, right? So let's go to Black 3. Let's see if there's a Woods class. There is no Woods Black 3, so I would either need to move my English back and have it later in the day and keep Woods, or find a different elective. I'm just going to see what electives are available, see if there's something else that sounds great for me besides the Woods class. When you pick electives, we do really recommend that you pick things that are going to help you explore your interests and maybe some future career aspirations. As I come down, I see that I have a foods class. I've always thought that maybe I want to be a chef. Wood sounded super cool, but I've considered being a chef. B3, semester 1, there's a foods class. I click on it. Now it shows foods is going to replace English. I know I want to do that because I have 2 English classes, remember? Replace class. I come back up, and foods is now in my B3 and my English has been moved. Those are the basics of moving classes around. Now remember, if I click on a class and it shows it's full, it won't allow me to make that change. Miss Cummings, anything I'm missing that you can think of about the schedule? The only other thing I can think of is don't click that red X, guys. If I click that red X, it will drop a class. We would much rather, and it works much better, to replace a class like I showed you in this tutorial. Just replace it with another class. Don't ever drop that X, and I'll explain very quickly why. If you drop that class, it's gone, and we've got 600 freshmen all scheduling at the same time. If you click it and you change your mind, oh, I think I want back into Mr. Glick's English class, somebody else may have taken your spot, and now you have to find something else. If you're replacing it, you will always have a class you want because you picked it. I think maybe that makes sense. Change classes the way I showed you, not by clicking the X to drop a class. Anything else to add, Ms. Cummings?
Just one thing. Mr. Dawes showed you a lot about how to navigate your schedule and replacing classes. You're probably wondering why it has a 0 period and a 6th period. Very, very few freshmen will be utilizing the 0 and 6th period. We want you to stay focused on periods 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Just because 0 hour and 6th hour are reserved for mostly classes having to do with juniors and seniors. There's a few exceptions. If you want early morning seminary, that would be a 0 hour. If you're doing jazz band, that would be a 0 hour. If you're doing early morning weights, that's a 0 hour. So stay focused on periods 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Don't click on 0 or 6. That's all I would add.
Thanks, Ms. Cummings. All right, guys, please, please, please remember, you have to have a full schedule. There has to be something. Black 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, gold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, English 9 is a full year class. Is there an English 9 first semester and second semester? There is. Is there a math first semester, second semester? There is. Please go through that very closely. Make sure you have all the classes.